Welcome to Fred Achando Analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly subscribe to our channel if you are watching for the first time. Click the notification bell and like our videos. The manifestation of frustration in the Kenya Kwanza government is one that can no longer be concealed. Today we have been treated to a lot of political theatrics. The withdrawal of security from the Kenyatta family, that is Mama Ngina, Uhuru Kenyatta and other members of the family. And then it extended to the other allies of Uhuru Kenyatta, the former Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i and Karanja Kibichi, who was the permanent secretary in that very ministry. And I must say that changes in the security sector is something that is very normal. It usually happens. But on this one, the sensation with which it is done beholds one to ask, what is the real reason why William Ruto is really obsessed by changing the security at this hour? And if you ask me, it has got everything to do with the security loyalty test. I realized that William Ruto got very much enraged when he realized that Uhuru Kenyatta rallied his former cabinet secretaries to form a burial committee to give the late Magoha a befitting send-off. And then he got scared because it was like Uhuru Kenyatta is still leading another wing of the government. And that is why you can see he decided to now unleash his machinery. Now the changes are coming at the height of two things. Number one, the Chief of Defense Forces, Mr. Robert Kibochi, is about to retire, and his replacement is key to Mr. Ruto. The 20 rule dictates that he must pick someone whom he has accused to be a Raila fanatic. And so he is testing military loyalty, because from the look of things, he's going to go against the 20 rule. He wants to pick his own man. It is also coming at a time when the Azimio wing has really heightened the political temperatures. They are threatening that they will vacate Ruto from office. They are threatening that they don't recognize his presidency. It is also coming at a time when the vice chair of the Jubilee Party, Mr. David Murathe, warned this administration not to attempt to investigate and arrest Uhuru Kenyatta because he advised that Uhuru Kenyatta has got several links within the police and the military, and they warned that if Ruto will try anything mischievous, then the network within the military and the police will cause a military coup. So with all this happening at the same time, William Ruto wants to ensure that he's got the right people in the military. So he wants to test the military loyalty. When he tries this military shake-up around Uhuru Kenyatta, he wants to know the level of uproar, the level of undertones within the police and the military. So with that, he will take the next course of action, because he understands very well that he inherited a government that Uhuru had led for 10 years, and Uhuru was the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces. People like the former NMS boss, Mr. Mbadi, I believe is still loyal to President Uhuru Kenyatta, and there are other military guys within the forms and ranks that still swear their allegiance to Uhuru Kenyatta, because you know that Uhuru had a very close tie with his military guys. So this is something that William Ruto must do to test and understand just the level of networking that Uhuru still enjoys within the military. Number two, William Ruto wants to be in charge. When you take up an office, the security sector is very sensitive. So he wants to ensure that he is in charge, so that should anything happen, should people like the Azimio party members decide to walk to State House, he wants to be sure that he has the right people to help him meet them. Look, when you have a number of security officers who are still swearing their allegiance to Uhuru Kenyatta, defending people like Fred Matiang'i, people like Uhuru Kenyatta and the family, if anything should happen, then they will take the opposite direction. Because it is expected that, for example, when the Azimio start to march to State House, they would want people who will repel them. But you can imagine if Uhuru Kenyatta has got his military or the police that give him security, Fred Okengo has got his own security, and all the other members of the former cabinet still holding to several security guys, it is not very safe for him. So he wants to ensure that we've got very few military officers left outside. He wants to confine them within the stations, or he wants to ensure that he's assigning them to a place which he knows very well is very, very safe. He's also stamping his authority as the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces, because he feels that these people have not really understood the fact that he is the commander-in-chief. There's a news saying that they don't recognize him. And I think to stamp your authority, you need to scare them a bit to understand that you're the man who can do all these changes. And he's also on a revenge mission. Sometimes back, his security was also with the drone. And when Mr. Matiang'i was asked, he told the Kenyans that this is a normal occurrence. Usually these changes take place and there is no cause for alarm. And I think this is also what he's trying to do, and is telling people that it's okay to have all these changes. William Ruto is sending a coded message to the former president Uhuru Kenyatta to decamp and dissociate himself from Azimio, because he understands that he's giving Azimio a lot of force when he is with them. He has tried to hold meetings with the Jubilee members who elected people like Sabina Chege, but Jeremiah Kiru, who is the Secretary General, is still intact, indicating that Uhuru is still supporting Azimio. He has accused Uhuru of sponsoring Azimio campaigns, but I don't think so, because Raila has been organizing his campaigns in 2007, 2013, 2017, and they were never together with Uhuru Kenyatta. Raila has been a master in organizing rallies. People just love him. When he says he organizes for a rally, people will throng those rallies. So William Ruto wants Uhuru to decamp completely from Azimio, and is sending him a coded message. And I think that is why the frustrations are happening. So we are yet to see more of these theatrics. And if you ask me, this is the reason why William Ruto cannot realize his dreams, because his energy is really focused on the wrong priority. When you focus so much on the people you think will harm you, you want to avenge this and that, you will get very little time to realize your dreams.